Welcome back. BXLu here, along with Icy. Week 5. I know you guys are wondering what the fuck happened to week 4. Simple explanation. I was so pissed off that I couldn't talk to you. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. This week, you guys are lucky. I'm trying to hold myself from becoming a ranting lunatic. But going back to week 4, Giants played like shit. And we'll leave it in the past. But let's move on. This is Bodega Sports, week 5. Giants post-game NFL weekly review. Any words? Icy, welcome to the show.
I'm tired. I'm tired of all these motherfuckers. I'm tired of the refs. I'm tired of all the missed calls. I'm tired of the bullshit calls. Like I said in the last time, I need these referees to go back to the drawing board. You know, it to me it's unacceptable. They're costing a lot of games, and not only for us, for a lot of teams out there. And I don't know if it's intentional. I don't know if these people need to go and get eye exams. I don't know if it's payola, so to speak.
Wow.
I mean, who knows?
And in case you're wondering what you're talking about, Icy is talking about the Panthers and the Giants game, of course, and how all these calls against the Giants were phantom calls, or I'm paying you under the table calls, or the Giants ain't shit, so we might as well make them lose. So the Panthers, who have Cam Newton, supposed to be a star, one of the stars of the league, could win a game. That's what it looked like to me. It's very disappointing because the team actually played very well today. Some of the calls from the coach, once again, was, here and there. And you made the point to me while we was watching the game that, we're so traditional. You've never seen them go or think outside the box. And not even 10 minutes later, what do? They run a flea flick pass to Odell, which turns into Odell throwing his first touchdown pass to Saquon Barkley, which is Saquon Barkley's first NFL touchdown.
Yeah.
And I think that got the team motivated. Not only that, but Odell Beckham's words before the game in his interview where he felt that, okay, Eli's a good quarterback, but I need to see more. I need the ball to go down the field. I need to see more energy from the coach, which is things that we've been saying on this podcast since week 1, correct?
I agree.
So the coach said that he took offense to it because he felt it should have been handled internally. He should have went to him and told him, yo, coach, this is how I'm feeling. But what that did, though, in all honesty, is that he motivated the team. And they played their asses off.
Yes, they did.
But to no avail because the refs just fucked that all up.
Yeah.
But I tell you one thing, if it's one thing that the refs did do, is bring the team together. How weird was it to see Sterling Shepard out there kicking garbage cans and catching tantrums and Odell trying to calm him down?
I mean, you can't have two lunatics on the sideline, right?
You cannot.
All right. You can't. You can't have two bushwhackers on the fucking sideline. Somebody has to be the bigger person and try to calm down the situation. But it's like, it's fucked up because it's blatant. Like, it's out there. That last bullshit first down that wasn't a fucking first down.
It was not.
And it's like no matter what, these refs call the game. They call the game. And then, when you have an opinion about it, it's a fucking problem.
Yep.
But it's not a problem that they're not doing their fucking job.
It's true because...
They're not being held accountable. So you holding me accountable for giving you my opinion, whereas you're not holding them accountable for not doing their fucking job.
And that's true.
And being accurate and efficient. These fucking referees are not efficient. And this goes beyond the fucking New York Giants.
It's around the league. It's around the league.
It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah. And it is so... It's so clear. Every fucking year it just gets worse and worse. Where are they finding these fucking dingbats?
And the problem is, too, now, that the Giants' defense, of course, are going to say what they're going to say now because of the... it was 3 calls against them that were phantom calls. The first call was unnecessary roughness.
That was bullshit.
Dude.
That was bullshit.
He barely even touched them. And they're all going for the ball. They try to make it seem like they were trying to headhunt this kid.
Yeah,
when in all reality,
was bullshit.
You look at the replay, and when, of course, we call a spade here at Bodega Sports, if it's our team or not.
Yeah.
Okay?
We fucked up. We fucked
up. But we're going to call it down the middle. And that was a bullshit call.
Absolutely.
Then the other bullshit call was when the guy threw the ball and the ref said, interference. When the guy wasn't even touching him.
Yeah, that,
Like, and then they gave him an extra 15 yards because he's arguing the call. It's not his fault that you're doing a bad job.
Something needs to be done. These owners and these coaches, they need to get together and they need to do something. They need to get in contact with the fucking commissioner. And something has to be done. Too many games are being thrown. Because of the lack of the fucking efficiency of these fucking referees.
Let me tell you something. If they're going to keep calling bullshit plays like that where, roughing the passer because he got pushed to the ground.
Or got tackled because I just touched your back. That's a tackle.
That's a tackle. That's bullshit. They might as well play 2-hand touch. Or put some flags on them and let them play. Take the helmets off.
Listen, man, too much money is being spent in the NFL. For us, and when I say us, I'm talking about these football players, to be having to deal with these fucking referees not doing their job. Somebody has to be held accountable on the other side. It can't be a one-way street. It can't. And all we keep getting is, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But guess what? Every time they make a fuck-up call, that's an opportunity for us to advance, to do the next play. And from there on, you keep fucking us over. How are we ever going to be able to win?
Yep. It puts them at a disadvantage. And like I said,
it's frustrating.
The Giants defense is going to get fined because Landon Collins said, I was out there playing against 2 teams.
You know what?
The refs and the Panthers.
Let these motherfuckers pull out the checkbooks because you know what? It has to be said.
And
It's enough silencing going
bullshit
on in fucking the NFL. Everybody got something to say about something. And you real quick, to point the finger like, you shouldn't be saying that. And you should have some respect. How about you learn how to do your job and maybe we have something to respect?
How about they start doing the same thing that they do to the players when these stupid referees start making bad calls? Start penalizing these guys.
They need a shot.
Suspend them.
They need a shot.
Put a cut in their paycheck.
Something needs to happen.
I know they don't make that much money,
guess what?
but fuck that.
The slap on the wrist is not
working.
It's not working. And I don't know what it's gonna fucking take. But something needs to be done. This is just ridiculous now.
And the biggest play out of the whole game was the last play when Newton gave the ball to Caffrey, and he ran and he didn't make the first. It was blatant. It was on TV.
The Giants.
They would have reviewed it. They would have went upstairs.
Yeah.
They didn't even review it. Nothing.
Somebody would have been on the bad phone like somebody needs to do something.
One of the coaches said that he asked the referee for an explanation, and the referee said, I'm not going to review it. I don't need to.
You see, and I blame the commissioner for this bullshit.
He's making $5 million a year.
Let me tell you something.
To do nothing.
No, he's getting paid $5 million a year to let the refs do what the fuck they want to do. There's no accountability. There's nothing. What we get, and what I mean again, I'm not only talking about the Giants, I'm talking about these players. All they're getting is, I'm sorry, we screwed up. Okay. Well, guess what? Pull out your checkbooks too, motherfucker. Because you need to start writing some checks and catching these fines. And I'm talking about big hefty ones. Just like you want to dish out to the players for talking the truth and giving their opinion. So now you're trying to silence us now? So we supposed to just take it in the chin and just deal with the referees not doing their job?
It's bad that we got to sit here and we got to talk about
the
referees every fucking week. And you know what's the sad part? You got Cowboy fans out there saying the Giants got robbed today.
Listen,
you never
everybody's
hear
saying that we got robbed.
You never hear that.
Everybody said because we got fucking robbed. Everybody who saw that play saw that he did not make that first down. And there's first down, up. Really?
Unbelievable.
So of course, the team players are getting upset. Of course, they're having tantrums. Because what else can they fucking do? Because they can't tap these motherfuckers on the jaw. Because in real life, in the streets, you fucking me over.
You getting fucked up.
You get your fucking
you
chin check.
You get these hands, man.
You get the chin check. They can't chin check them. They can't talk bad about them. They can't give their little opinions. They can't do nothing. I want to see more of those plays, though. I want to see more of those trick plays.
How did you feel about that call from the coach?
I thought it was amazing, and you know what? I think you're right. I think he did that on the fly. I don't think Shermer agreed to that.
I honestly, after looking at Shermer when they were celebrating the touchdown pass, and I'm talking about the pass that Beckham threw to Saquon Barkley. Yeah. I honestly think that Odell said, "Fuck this shit. I got 5 guys coming towards me. I'm throwing the ball."
Why not?
The guy was open, and it was a great pass.
It was amazing.
It was the best pass thrown all day.
And let me tell you, if they keep on doing shit like that, you guys better be fucking careful. You better watch out.
You know, that was great. That was awesome. Amazing. Pat Shermer needs to... Listen. Pat Shermer needs to loosen up. He needs to show a little more emotion. He needs to show a little bit more urgency.
He's a little too dry for me.
And he needs to open up the playbook. I understand. Listen, we know this already.
You know what? And fuck the playbook. They need to revise the fucking playbook.
I'm going to say this, and this is going to be the last time I bring it up. We already know the offensive line sucks. We already know that. We already know that Eli Manning is towards the end of his career. Let's stop that. Enough. That's what we got. That's what we got to play with. Enough of the fucking excuses. The defense can't be out there all fucking game long holding motherfuckers down. The offense has to score as well. And if you make plays like today, how you went downfield and motherfuckers was catching the ball and Beckham caught his first touchdown of the year because he took 2 people. He caught the football between 2 people. Yeah. What does that tell you? Throw the fucking ball down. They can't hold him.
No.
They can't stop Shepard.
And guess what? Don't go after Odell. You got other people out there that you could throw to as well.
Dude, they can't stop Barkley. Barkley caught 2 touchdown passes. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how he flew in the air like Superman.
Yeah, the first time he did it, in the game, not the one with the touchdown, but the first time he did it, I'm like, this kid is crazy. He's going for it, but he has to be careful. He has to be careful. All it takes is that one false move, and you'll be out for a year. You have to be careful.
He risk it.
He's risking it, but one day, God forbid, he's going to really take that risk.
And let me tell you something. Between him and Odell and Sterling Shepard, they're the only 3 people I see who are so animated and ready to go out there and try to make a difference.
Because these are the young cats. These are the millennials, right? The millennials want to win. They want to win. That's why. You got all these old motherfuckers that don't want to do shit. They just want to show up and fucking catch their check.
We got to catch up with the times.
And that's it. We need to do something. Seeing these other teams play and seeing the gameplay that they're throwing out there, it's like, wow, that was a clever move.
We're not getting out like that.
If only the Giants could just... Whoever's in charge of that situation, if they could just step back and let somebody with fresh ideas come on in, the NFL won't be ready for the Giants if we start playing games like that. They won't be ready for us.
And I think that's a problem because the general manager, Gettleman, is an older gentleman. He's in his late 60s, I believe, early 70s, maybe. Old school.
Yeah, they don't. You know what it is?
That's not helping the Giants moving forward.
It's like the baby boomers with the baby boomers against the millennials, right? And the young, and the younger people. They're so set in their fucking ways that they don't want to embrace change. They feel like they're losing control, and they don't want to give up that opportunity. And it really sucks because this is the way the game is played now. We're not playing like in the 70s and in the 80s, and
Where back then, motherfuckers would break your leg, and it's not a flag.
That was real football. I mean, for real, that was real football. But people are not playing like that. The style is changing, and I don't think the Giants are keeping up with the times, and they need to start doing that.
It's like Lawrence Taylor said, NFL stands for No Fun League.
Yeah. And I don't want to see nobody get hurt.
Of course not.
We want to keep it safe, but I'm sorry. They need to switch things up. And what do they call that? Like when he stored it, it's right there. 5 yards to 10 yards. What are those called?
The downs.
No. Like when he's not willing to throw it all the way down, and he just wants to
run the ball.
I don't like to run the ball. I don't like that call.
In what situations?
In the wrong situations.
Because you feel like they're calling run plays at the wrong time.
We need to be throwing that bitch down the fucking field.
I agree. There's been times when there's
it's like, what are you doing?
3rd and 8, and he wants to run the ball. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
What about when we lost the timeout?
Yeah.
What the fuck was that about?
Yep.
That's unacceptable.
That was today on a play.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah. They're taking their time making these calls.
Listen, if you're going to be doing shit like that, you better start doing them drills.
What's the point of game planning if you're not up to par with it? You know, and that was coming from the coaches. I mean, you see the frustration in Eli's face, like, yo, what the fuck? You changing the play on me on the last minute. We got 3 seconds, and then you want to blame me. Impossible.
Listen, we cannot afford for them fucking mistakes. We cannot. Now, when we're playing against the team, we're playing against the refs, we have to be A1 with our game. We cannot leave any fucking room for bullshit. We need to be on our fucking toes at all times dealing with these motherfuckers. Because guess what? It's going to be harder and harder to win.
So what do you give the offense from a 1 to a 10?
I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you give them?
I'm going to give them a 7. And the reason why I'm giving them a 7, it's not because of the coach. It's because of the Beckham pass and the Eli touchdown pass. The 2 touchdown passes that he threw. I got to say that those were clever plays. And Eli looks, for the first time today, he looked like he wasn't scared to get hit. He stood his ground in the pocket and delivered the ball. And we should have won that game. How do you feel about the defense? 1 to 10.
I think they did a good job.
I'm also going to give the defense a 7. And I could have gave them a 9 or let's say an 8 or a 9. But tackling is a problem.
They got to get it together, man.
But to their defense, look what happens when they tackle.
Oh,
they get a flag.
You get a flag.
So it's like, how are you supposed to tackle?
Yeah, you damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Exactly.
Yep, and then Cam, he's the type of quarterback that he likes to run the ball himself.
And he's a flopper.
Yeah.
When he was running the ball and he hit him, he didn't hit him that hard, and he flopped and acted like he couldn't get up.
Yeah.
And the ref looked at him and threw a fucking flag, and we're sitting there like, why are you throwing a flag?
My thing is that if he decides that he wants to be a little running back,
he's got to get hit.
He got to take them.
He's going to have to get hit.
He's going to have to. Something needs to give. Because guess what? Then that makes him untouchable. He can do what the fuck he wants to do, and we got to be fucking tippy-toeing around this motherfucker? No.
How did you like them putting Odell to return punts?
Sometimes I like it. Sometimes I think it's cool to just do something different.
He made a difference today. Because before we were like averaging like 3-4 yards per punt. Mm-hmm. And today he averaged 24 yards a punt.
Yeah.
So,
that's because our people out there fucking blocking the fucking, opponents. So we got to block them in order to fucking move the ball. So kudos to them too.
I'm just flabbergasted, and it just keeps taking me back to the damn officiating and how horrible it was.
Listen, man.
But we got to move on. So overall, I thought they played a hell of a game. They played together as a team, and you could see that they were sticking up for each other. They were trying to hold each other down. So my milk dud of the day is, I got a couple of milk duds. It's called the Zebras. The guys that wear the stripes.
Yeah.
Dumb fucking dudes are the duds of the day.
Let me
for
tell
me.
you something. Today's game showed that I think Cam Newton really went into today's game thinking that he was going to smoke us.
Yes.
And I think he was really surprised.
I think he got shocked.
that
The
he
shock
was
of the
like,
world.
These
Yeah.
motherfuckers is keeping up with me.
Yeah.
Like,
They would have never scored 31 points if it wasn't for the officials.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get that straight.
Yep.
They would have been held at
Yeah,
10 to 16
Yep,
points.
we had to fight tooth and nail for every point that went on the board
Oh
today.
my God.
Nothing was given to us. I wish I could say the same for the freaking Panthers.
And I hate that to complain about it, but that's just the facts. We here at Hood News Media, Bodega Sports, we want to give you the facts, and it's the hood facts and what the people think out here in the streets.
Yep.
And we're going to give it to you like it is.
Yep.
So
I don't
now
know.
we got to look forward to next week.
Yep. And I think...
Well, it's not even next week. It's 4 days from now.
Yeah, it's 4 days from now, because we're fucking superheroes and we're able to take down...
That's another thing I
you
wanted to
know,
touch
4
on.
days later, they expect us to play the fucking Eagles. Not that I think the Eagles are anything to fucking play against, because I don't give a fuck if they won. They won by fucking default. They're not out there playing like champions. But that's another segment.
Usually in the NFL, the year before, when a team has a bad year, the next year, their strength of schedule is a little lighter.
Man,
What I found a little odd this year was that the Giants last year had a bad record, and this year had the toughest schedule. That's odd.
Well, it bees like that sometimes.
So, Giants and the
They always
Eagles,
shitting on us, man. Always.
all New York teams get shit on.
Oh, you right. You right about that. You right. We always get shit on.
I mean, I get it, and, I don't want to cross over, but we all know the Knicks are bums and they suck. They've been sucking for the past, 50 years?
Damn.
Okay?
Yep.
The Mets,
Yep.
the Jets. But they still shit on these teams.
Yeah.
The Yankees. Yankees could win 5 World Series in a row, and they'll still find a way to shit on them.
Yep. Always gotta play Boston the first game. Always gotta play Boston the last game. There's always some bullshit.
So
It's just the way it is, man.
now the Giants have to play 4 days away against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep.
You think the Eagles are shit,
I do.
which I can't argue with you right now because the past 2 weeks, you've been right. They've lost. I think that team have what we call a Super Bowl hangover. What I mean by that is, we won the chip. Fuck it.
And let's ride.
Fuck it. We chilling.
We're gonna ride till the wheels fall off.
Fuck it. We're gonna ride this
Yeah,
championship.
but they're not living up to the hype.
Yeah, no, we're
You
gonna.
know, they're not playing like champions.
They're saying, fuck that. We won last year. What the fuck you gonna say?
Yeah, we got
We're the
our chip.
champions until
Yep.
the end of the
I
year.
agree. I agree. And that's where it ends. That's where it ends for me.
And you think that this week the Giants will beat the Eagles?
I do.
And I'm sitting here and I'm like, nah, the Eagles are gonna kill the Giants.
Nah, I don't think so.
And you're telling me no, and it's hard to go against you when you predicted that the last 2 weeks they were gonna lose, and they have, and you said they lost their mojo, and they look like it.
See, this is the thing. For me, they never had a mojo. For me, they won by default. Just like we fighting for number 1 on Thursday. That's by default.
Pretty much.
You understand what that's what I mean by that.
And we'll tell you why.
It's by fucking default. That's how I feel. When you a champion, right? You play like a champion.
You come out there like who?
Yankees play like champions.
All the time.
I hate the motherfucker, but Tom Brady plays like a champion. The Eagles don't play like champions to me.
Okay.
You know who's playing like a bunch of fucking champions? The Browns.
The Browns.
The fucking Browns.
Give me a fucking break.
The Browns.
They only won 2 games. Calm down.
The Browns. But to me, the Browns play like they got more fucking heart than their asses. But that's just me. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
We may lose on Thursday, but I'm still gonna root for my fucking team.
Well,
I don't care.
that's the talk we got for Giants, and we got to move on now. The Colts and the Patriots on Thursday was good. You know, like you said, Tom Brady came out there like a champion.
Can't stand his fucking ass, but it is what it is.
The fucking Bills beat the Titans.
Did I pick the Bills to win?
You sure fucking did.
You hear that snap? That's the whole... Yes, I did that.
They're the fucking... Steelers look like they finally awoken. They beat the Falcons.
Listen, man. I don't know what's up with the Falcons.
This one's the shocker for me.
They played really well last year. I don't know what's going on.
You know what's the big shocker for me this week? Is the Jets and the Broncos. The fucking Jets. Humiliated the Broncos. They beat that ass.
Damn.
That was a shock.
Listen, man, every dog has his day, and you know, not everybody can shine all the time.
And then the Chiefs beat the Jaguars. Pat Mahomes. I keep telling y'all. I'm telling you about this kid, man. This kid is incredible.
He needs to come to the Giants.
It's not going to happen. Keep dreaming. Game shocker of the week. The Lions beat the Packers.
Oh, my God. Really?
Yeah.
You know he was fucking pissed off.
The Bengals, who I told you 2 weeks ago I didn't believe in them, are now 3.
I picked them too,
4-1.
Yes, I did.
They're 4-1.
I picked them to win.
You believe that? 4-1. The Bengals.
Listen, man.
The Chargers beat the Raiders, and the Raiders look like bums.
I remember when the Raiders were the Raiders. You remember that?
Yeah.
I remember. That was a long time ago.
The Cardinals beat the 49ers.
The Cardinals beat the 49ers?
Yeah, they put on a good show today. But think about it. The 49ers don't got their star quarterback. He's out for the year.
All right, we're going to blame it on the quarterback?
Yes.
Okay.
The Vikings beat the Eagles, of course. Which put the Eagles at 2-3.
The Vikings are undefeated, right?
No.
Oh.
The Rams beat the Seahawks. The Rams are undefeated.
Oh, the Rams.
I think that's the team that might win it all this year.
That's the Las Vegas Rams?
No. The Las Vegas team is the Raiders, but they ain't going there till a couple of years from now.
Wow. They beat the Seahawks? They beat Russell Wilson?
The Seahawks ain't the Seahawks anymore.
Oh, well, that's sad.
That's what I was saying. If Russell Wilson was to become available in a trade,
I'll snatch him up.
That'd be the one guy that would work in New York.
I would snatch him up.
For the simple fact that, number 1, he's young. Number 2, he's mobile. And number 3, with the weapons that he got, he becomes a superstar again. When he don't got no weapons, he's a nobody.
Yeah, he feeds off of his surroundings.
Yes. Yeah. And to have a weapon like Saquon and Odell and Shepard, that would work for him. Yep. But, you know, it's weird. And, of course, the game of the night was the Texans and the Cowboys. The Texans beat the Cowboys.
That was a surprise me. Did I pick them?
You know, you picked the ops.
I can't pick the ops.
You picked the ops.
Listen, man.
So now this is how it looks, right?
Dak Prescott looked butthurt today.
This is how it is. The Redskins are 2-1, and they play the Saints on Monday Night Football.
Okay.
I see the Saints destroying the Redskins, making them 2-2.
Oh.
Okay? Then you got the Eagles and the Cowboys, of course, at 2-3. And the Giants at 1-4.
Damn.
Is it me? Or is that division just trash?
It probably is.
It's trash. When the last place team, if they beat the Eagles, right? The Cowboys play the Jaguars next week, right? That's a most likely loss for them. If the Cowboys and the Eagles both lose and the Giants win, and then the Redskins lose to the Texans, I do believe they play the Texans. I might be wrong. We don't fact check. If those 3 teams lose next week, there's a 4-way tie for first place.
Oh, well, we'll take that.
That is nuts.
I'll take that.
That means the NFC is trash. The NFC East is trash. I can't believe it. The records is just like, but once again, we should be right now, all honestly, if not 2-2,
2-3,
3-1.
3-1. Well, you know what has to do a lot with that? The referees not doing their job.
We should have beaten the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But calls going against us.
No, that's America's team. Fuck what you heard. That's what they say. It ain't my fucking team.
We should have beaten the Jaguars, and once again, another bad call.
A couple of bad calls. Yeah. So, you know, it's tough.
I think the only game that we played that was really bad and the refs didn't have no involvement in it was the Texans game.
Yeah, and everybody, what's that guy's name they kept showing for the Texans? That everybody wants him to be the face?
Oh, Deshaun.
No, he's the white guy.
Oh, J.J. Watson.
Fuck him.
J.J. Watts. I'm sorry, Watson.
Fuck Watts.
J.J. Watts. Well, you know, as a human being, I respect him because he does a lot for the community.
All right, that's cool.
He also did a lot for Puerto Rico, Texas. Cool. As a player,
that's cool.
He kissed my ass as a player. I don't give a fuck about him.
I don't like when fucking society is trying to tell me who I need to be looking up to.
Wow. Okay.
That's what I don't like.
Who's your star of the day for the Giants today?
Oh, Odell for sure.
Odell?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to agree with you. Pass touchdown. He caught a touchdown. He returned punts. He blocked. He was doing it all. Mm-hmm. So, that's what it is. And once again, I want to apologize to our listeners for not being here last week, week 4. But, yo, how much more am I supposed to take of this? You know, I was shaking earlier. I was so pissed off, you know?
Yeah.
But that's because I'm a real fan. So we looking forward to speaking to you next week. And please, you know, come check us out. This is going to be one of our next to 100th episodes, almost, right? Mm-hmm. Our 100th episode is coming up of Hood News Media Podcast, which is going to be Hood Stories.
That's amazing. I can't believe it.
That's going to be our episode.
Shout out to Ken Dog.
100. What up, Ken Dog? We do apologize. We haven't been putting content out there. We've been so busy with our own personal lives, but we haven't forgot about our listeners. We love you guys, wherever you're listening from. You know, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it because you could be doing something else, but you're here with us. Please look forward to our preview of the NBA season coming up with Ken Dog and I, and we will have a special guest, the biggest LeBron hater in the world.
Oh, my God.
She will be there. and then, of course, our 100th Hood News Media podcast recording, which will be Hood Stories, and that one's going to be extra long, okay? Because we have a lot to talk about. A lot.
Too much.
So, thank you for joining us. Week 5, Giants post-game, NFL Week 5 review. Don't forget to check us out. Send us your info. Send us some comments. Send us an email. Where can they reach us, Icy?
That's going to be hoodnewsmedia@gmail.com, and that's hoodnews with a Z. You can hit us up. We're on all social media platforms. Facebook, IG, Twitter, iTunes, Google Play, Tumblr, Podbean, Spotify, YouTube. Check us out.
Yo, send us some questions. I'm willing to answer any questions about sports when we're talking about Bodega sports, be it football, basketball, even baseball. Shout out to the Yankees. People don't watch baseball, so...
It's so boring.
It's boring to you, but not to me.
I know, it's just boring.
I love it. Shout out to the Yankees. Shout out to the New York Rangers, who just started their season.
Oh, shit.
They're going to have a rough season this year. They're starting over.
Why?
They decided to go young. Even the coach is very young. you know, sometimes you got to do it. You know,
Yeah, switch it up.
you got to switch it up.
Switch it up.
So they going young. Good luck to them this year.
Okay.
And the Knicks are coming up. The bum ass Knicks.
Yeah, the bum ass fucking Knicks. You damn right.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, can't we talk about them?
Let's get one thing straight.
Fucking bums.
You can't talk about my team like that. That's
I
my
will.
team, so I can talk about them like that. You cannot.
Listen. I've been saying the same shit since '99. Y'all never gonna win a fucking championship.
Oh, we're gonna win the championship.
Every year we gonna rebuild.
We gonna win one.
That's a whole nother podcast, bro. I'm not even gonna get into it with you.
If the Knicks win, let me tell you something.
Oh my god.
If the Knicks win the championship within the next 5 years,
listen.
I'm getting a Knick tattoo.
Let me tell you, no, you're not getting no fucking Knick tattoo.
You can't tell me what to do with my body.
You're not gonna get no Knick
You
tattoo.
can't tell me what to do with my
All right,
body.
we'll see.
My body is my body, baby. Anyway, thanks for joining. See y'all soon. We out of here.
Deuces.
Peace.